It's comeback week on MasterChef.
I think I'll take a bit of beating this year.
2 expert judges to test them at the highest level.
We're looking for a great amateur cook who can make it as a professional. Someone who can turn out exceptional food.
This time, I'm in it for the long haul.
This is one tough competition.
I feel I'm twice as good as I was last time.
Whoever wins, it'll change their life. Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
Last series, these 3 contestants didn't quite make the grade. Now they're back for one more chance at the MasterChef title.
It means the world to me to get another chance at this.
It's a challenge, a really big challenge, but I'm really excited about it.
Like, I haven't come all this way for nothing, so I'm here to win it this time.
In this episode, they'll all compete for the last remaining quarterfinal place. Then the winner will be up against this week's 3 other exceptional heat winners in the quarterfinal.
Lois, congratulations. Helen. Brie.
But before that, they face 2 tough challenges. First, it's the endurance test. They have to prove they have the essential stamina and skill to survive life as a professional chef by cooking in service for 18 hours.
I'm getting agitated now. It looks a mess, yeah? Can you reflate it, please?
Then they have to impress the judges with their best 2-course meal.
That's good stuff.
Only one of them can win a place in the quarter-final. It's 5:30 a.m. and the contestants begin their 18-hour shift. Last time on MasterChef, business analyst John impressed with his classical style.
It's so unctuous. I've got to applaud you.
But his execution was inconsistent.
It's a bit sticky on the palate, and that's got to do with not just being undercooked, but your batter being too thick.
This time round, I want John and Greg to see more of what I can do.
Personal injury lawyer Rona wowed the judges with her baklava dessert.
You now understand why people start dancing after dessert when they eat stuff like that.
But her nerves took over in the pro kitchen, where she made some basic errors.
Hopefully, I've raised my own personal bar, and hopefully it will show.
Liverpudlian Gary delivered on flavour, but his dishes lacked finesse.
That was lovely and soft, absolutely brilliant. I just think you've got to make your food a little bit more attractive.
But now a new dad, Gary is determined to change his life for one in food.
I hope this time I can show John and Greg that I have improved and that I have changed the way I cook.
For the first part of their endurance test, all 3 contestants will have to cook in breakfast service at Roast, in the heart of South London's Borough Market. Head cook Lawrence Keogh is expecting the contestants to perform at a professional level.
It's a busy breakfast service today. A lot of guys coming in for meetings, got to be in and out very quickly, so it's high pressurised.
Breakfast, very, very difficult. People mixing and matching different ingredients from all over the menu, getting it all up together at speed and hot. You've got to be fast, you've got to be focused, and you've got to know exactly what you're doing.
By 7 a.m, the orders are flying in.
3 full borough.
Lawyer Rona is responsible for the full English breakfast. A demanding dish because everything needs to be ready at once.
Nice bit of uniformity there, Rona. Let's go, perfect, perfect. Top shelf, keep on the top shelf.
She makes a good start, keeping up with the pace of her orders.
1 ham omelette, 1 ham and cheese omelette, OK? Yes, chef.
Gary is on the omelette section, which demands the highest level of skill and execution.
Chef, two ham omelettes. That's a bit under that one. Let's get another ham one working.
He's made a poor first impression.
The table's waiting, but hurry up. Like, I don't do omelettes at home, so if I'd have gone on a section that I didn't want, it'd be omelettes.
Business analyst John is making scrambled and fried eggs and tomatoes on toast.
Scrambled eggs are ready, Rona.
He's coping well with the cooking, but is being inconsistent with his presentation.
Let's get nice clean plates here, guys, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Nice and pristine and clean and tidy.
Every second counts, and his hit-and-miss approach is now slowing down the service.
Yeah, wait, don't send that kipper yet. Right, wait. Table 23, just don't take anything. I'm going to plate that again because there's too much sauce on one side of the plate. Yeah, you just want a little thread of the sauce and a bit here. Look.
Table 23, 1 taddy scone, no egg with tomato, 1 roast tomatoes on toast.
Four hours into their shift, and the orders are coming in thick and fast. But Gary is still having trouble getting his omelettes right.
Chef, I've got to get this out one. I've got to do another one. No, let's do another one. Let's get another one on. Oh, I'm desperate for that omelette. I've got to go. Otherwise, I'm going to up service big time, guys. 2 minutes, yeah. I'm getting agitated now.
Gary can't keep up with the pace, and the other orders are getting cold. So Lawrence has to step in.
Pan tilted up. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, fast. Yeah. There you go. All right. Bring that off. You can get the next one on. Yeah. All right. You're getting there. All right. Yeah. Pick up.
After her disastrous restaurant last year, Rona is out to prove herself. She's doing so well that she's also been put in charge of a large order of kippers.
Lauren, how long for the kippers?
4 minutes.
Finished now. Can the waiters take it away?
Yes, chef.
Happy with that? Let's go.
It's pretty busy. A lot of tables need serving at the same time. Need to make sure that we're staying coordinated, which we are. So, yeah, all the balls are staying in the air.
Across the kitchen, Gary's caught up with the pace and has finally got the hang of cooking his omelettes.
Chef, is that omelette? Yeah, let's go. Are we ready? Okay. Perfect.
Poached eggs ready, chef.
It's the best omelette you've made all day. Go home now.
As it went through, I started perfecting it. But I've never eaten an omelette again.
And after a shaky start, John is also focusing and producing well-presented plates of food.
You're getting better, huh?
This has been a great boost to my confidence in terms of timings and getting it out right. Make sure all the food is on and get it moving, and you're okay.
7 hours after they started their shift, breakfast is over. But the contestants are still only halfway through their 18-hour endurance test. It's now down to head cook Lawrence to report back to John and Greg.
How did Gary get on?
It was a bit tricky for him. He was sort of panicking and stressing, but he settled down towards the end.
How about John?
John, I can see he's very eager. He wants to get stuck in. He's probably running 100 miles an hour. Just needs to slow down a bit just to get a bit more finesse on the plate.
How did Rona get on?
Rona, she's meticulous, she's thoughtful, she listens very carefully, and she's eager to please it and eager to get it right.
You've been with our 3 guys all morning. Which one would you choose to work with again?
I think I'll probably choose Rona. I think there's something in there which, if channeled correctly, she could prove to be a very good chef in the future.
The 3 comeback contestants now travel across town to continue their grueling endurance test of skill and stamina. 8 hours in, and the contestants arrive at the modern European restaurant Brown's, near Tower Bridge, run by head chef Jamie and Lewis.
I expect 100% from you guys. We're a very, very busy restaurant. Don't let me down. It's my reputation at stake here. You ready?
Yes, chef.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Yes, chef.
Okay, come on, let's go.
They now have the afternoon to design and prep their own dishes, which they'll cook for paying customers during a hectic dinner service.
Today is about endurance, and now it's dinner service.
Dinner service is tough because it's long, it's hard. Nothing will have prepared them for what is going to hit them in a couple of hours.
After a shaky breakfast service, classic cook John has shown that he needs to be more consistent. He hopes to prove himself with a technically challenging pasta with mussels and langoustine.
Do you have the energy to hold yourself steady all the way through tonight?
If I get inundated with checks, it could scramble me. So my fear is, staying on top of it and being focused.
Lawyer Rona wants to continue to show she's made for a pro kitchen with her pan-fried sea bass with clam risotto.
What's it going to take, do you think, to get through this evening?
Stay organised. When the orders start coming through, make sure all the plates look good.
You are visibly shaking.
For me to be coming back, it means an awful lot to me, yeah.
Liverpudlian Gary is hoping to improve on his breakfast service with a classic char-grilled pork with mash and wild mushrooms.
Right now, you look a little bit timid.
I'm not as nervous this time as I was last time. I think it's like, I've been there now, it's done it, so, I'm just here to enjoy it now.
Is it fair to say tonight you're a confident man, you think your dish is going to sell the most?
I think the pork will sell out quickest, and I'm banking on it because, I'm tired.
13 hours after they started work, the contestants must focus as the orders start to come in.
One sea bass on order.
Yes, chef.
Rona is the first to get an order for her dish.
Let's go, let's go.
But the chef isn't completely happy with the flavour of the risotto.
That's really salty. We'll have to start again, yeah? I think what we'll do is we'll add a touch more olive oil, some more parsley, lemon juice. Lovely, yeah? Fresh and green. There we go, let's go.
John is yet to get an order. But whilst he's waiting, he prepares his langoustine pasta for the chef to try.
Fantastic, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Tastes really nice, it's seasoned really well. There we go, on order. For table 20, one pork cutlet.
Yes, chef.
Like Rona, Gary's pork dish is also starting to sell.
How long am I pork on 222?
Right, chef, 1 minute.
He plates it up on time, but his presentation isn't up to scratch.
Would you be happy paying 14 quid for that sitting
No.
upstairs? You took your girlfriend or your wife for dinner? OK, so let's do it again then, chef, yeah?
An hour into service, and John still hasn't had a single order.
Everything's ready to go. It's a beautiful dish. I just want to start seeing some orders.
Gyro, 115.
The contestants have been up for 16 hours, and Rona's now losing focus.
Rona, what's that for?
This is one pork cutlet, one langoustine, one sea bass.
Yeah, on order. So you're clear what that means? On order means after starters.
But she's made a basic error and plated her dish too early.
On order, after starters. We're here, table 25. We have one special langoustine on order.
John finally gets an order, but he's nowhere to be found.
And it all comes from Dublin now. Guinness isn't from England anymore.
No. John! Is there anybody here called John?
Yes, chef.
You get on your section, please.
Yes, chef.
Why were you not on your section, John?
Getting past the chef.
Why didn't you get it before service? How long am I langoustine?
4 minutes, chef.
That's too long. Let's go now.
After waiting so long for his first orders, they're now flying in and John is struggling to cope.
It looks a mess, yeah? Can you replate it, please?
It's a bit of a fiddly dish you put together. There's quite a bit to it. So when they hit you, you can get in trouble.
Pressure. Rona, I need another sea bass.
Whilst John's juggling orders, Rona's back on track. Her dish is selling well and she's up to speed with her timings.
So 102, chef.
Lovely. Let's go. 2 langoustine on table 110, please. Hot.
The orders are still flying in for John.
2 more langoustine specials away. 1 pork cutlet away.
But he's regained his concentration and has stepped up to the challenge of delivering multiple dishes.
Table 1, 2, 3, 1 Lagosteen, chef.
Thank you.
Lagosteen up, chef. Chef, super fast run away, chef.
Lovely.
Service is coming to an end, and Gary's now also doing well. His dish has proved popular with the diners, and after a slow start, he's turning out excellent plates of food.
Chef, 2 pork.
Lovely, chef. Well done, thank you very much, yeah?
I'm absolutely loving it now. At first I wanted to go home, but now I'm all right.
It's now down to head chef Jamie and Lewis to deliver his verdict.
The one who sold the most, I'd say, is Rona. But all in all, a little bit quiet, you know, she needs to be a little bit more vocal.
How is Gary getting on?
He was a little bit all over the place to begin with. First dish he put up, tasted fine, just looked a mess. But then he was back on form again.
How has John got on?
John, fantastic dish. Me personally, the best tasting dish, you know. He struggled a little bit on the consistency, but personality was there, he was boisterous enough, he had the right attitude, the right persona for the job.
After 18 hours in professional kitchens, the endurance test is over. But tomorrow the pressure will continue as they face one more daunting test. It's early morning on day 2, and the contestants arrive at MasterChef HQ for their final test. Yesterday, new dad Gary struggled to cope with the pressure of the endurance test. Can he now produce 2 exceptional courses and push himself into the quarter-final?
I'm confident about my menu because I've practiced it that much that, nothing should go wrong.
And after a shaky start, classic cook John proved he was a natural in the kitchen. But he now needs to show he can cook 2 consistently good dishes.
We don't get another shot. You have to really push the boat out and test the boundaries. And that's what I'm doing today.
Lawyer Rona worked well in the kitchens. But can she keep going and walk away the winner?
I want to go through so much. This time I've got my eye on the end game completely.
We have only 1 quarter-final place. Good luck. Let's cook.
After showing how they coped with an 18-hour service, the contestants now have 1 hour to prove they can deliver their own 2 courses to the highest level. John's hoping to build on his success in the restaurant with 2 technically complex dishes.
I'm doing some roasted rack of raw venison and a red wine chocolate sauce. And a Bailey's and creme caramel cheesecake.
It's all rich, huge amounts of flavours, quite complex, really.
Well, they're both pretty sophisticated dishes. I've left myself with no margin for error here at all.
You can see John wants to show off. He wants to show all the things he's learned in the last 12 months. There's so much going on, those balance of flavours, that sauce is so important. Well, I know one thing is I'm taking his cheesecake home.
Rona wants to showcase her skills with some seasonal recipes.
I'm doing mackerel and potatoes with a beetroot and horseradish sauce, and then a raspberry and ginger sort of millefeuille type thing with cream.
Millefeuille means 1,000 layers.
There won't be quite that many.
At its best, what does this say about Rona the cook?
That hopefully I can, be given nice ingredients and what should be a nice idea and hopefully bring it together into something that does justice to the ingredients.
The millefeuille, it has to be beautifully elegant for it to work because it is so simple. Rona is doing food I want to eat, but is she showing enough skill?
You've got 15 minutes left.
Gary's banking on some tried and tested favourites to win over the judges.
For my main course, I'm doing sea bass on crushed
potatoes with a mussel sauce, and for Greg, I mean for dessert, I'm doing a ginger cake.
See, you might be cooking your ginger cake for Greg, but my favourite thing in the world is ginger cake.
No one really comes in and does cakes like the ones I watched last year and that, so I thought, why not do a cake?
So your ginger cake's going to be sticky on the outside and warm and delicious. Is it going to be like that?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
Nothing wrong with Gary's menu, nothing at all. I don't think anybody in this room will out-flavour him, but will they out-skill him?
You've only got 1 minute, guys. Guys, that's it. Down your tools, please.
Will John pull off his technically difficult dishes? He's made roasted rack of venison with a red wine and chocolate sauce. And a Bailey's creme caramel cheesecake.
Your venison's cooked really, really well. And the sauce in the dish, I think the whole thing works very, very well indeed.
Thank you.
For me, that sauce lingers a little bit too long on the palate, a little bit too long. Let's move on to your dessert. The only way I can describe that is like having a butterscotch milkshake with digestive biscuits on the side. It's very good. Again, the same way as I feel about the sauce, is I think some of those divine flavours should come in as a hint. I know when I feel a pudding is too much because I feel like I want to reach for a glass of water.
Lawyer Rona is hoping to prove her ability with a starter of smoked mackerel and mackerel mousse with beetroot horseradish sauce, followed by a raspberry and ginger millefeuille.
I really like the smoked mackerel pâté and the beetroot sauce and the fillet of mackerel and the potatoes. But I'm going to question the idea of the whole combination as one. Very oily fish and a sort of citrus sweetness to it, which is pleasant with one mouthful. I think I would have the ump with it by the end. Right, we'll say goodbye to the mackerel and we'll bring in your millefeuille. I think some lovely ideas. I think there's some very, very nice ideas, but it's not quite. It's not happening for me.
Okay.
I quite like it.
Thank you.
Going for a MasterChef quarterfinal, is this the stuff of MasterChef champions, Rona?
It's one thing to do. I'm capable of doing other things, but yeah, that's what I've chosen to do today.
Can new dad Gary deliver on flavour with his sea bass, crushed potatoes and mussel sauce? And a ginger cake with treacle and clotted cream.
The fish is perfectly cooked and delicious. The potatoes are lovely and soft, but you've got to be really careful your sauce doesn't over-reduce, and it's slightly over-reduced and it's going a bit salty. However, I think that that dish is so close it's unfunny. That's good stuff. From main course to ginger cake and clotted cream. By doing the bit of treacle over the top, you've taken a piece of cake and made it a really delicious, very well made pudding.
Thanks.
I'll quite happily lay down on it and go to sleep. It's gorgeous.
I must have made it 10 times. Everyone in work's sick of them.
and pleased how it come out.
We are going to have a conversation about the three of you, and as soon as we work something out, we're going to call you back in. Off you go. Three comeback contestants, really tough round this. How much have they improved in the last 12 months?
I've got to talk about Rona. Rona did very well in both professional kitchens, but that's half the competition. You've also got to be able to produce your own food beautifully.
Well, shall we talk about Rona's food?
Yeah.
The idea of the smoked mackerel against the beetroot and the horseradish, OK, I get it. It was just all over the place. It just was not a coherent dish.
And putting puff pastry in the oven and then slicing it and putting cream and raspberries between the layers is not the stuff of MasterChef champions. It simply isn't.
During the judging, I felt disappointed, obviously. I prepared the food, I wanted them to put it in their mouths and say that they really liked it and they really enjoyed it, and that really wasn't the case.
Can we dismiss Rona from this and concentrate on these two guys, John and Gary?
Right, let's talk about Gary's food.
I like Gary's main course. The crispy fish on top of those potatoes, that caramel-coloured sauce.
But the sauce was over-reduced. It was salty.
The main story for me with Gary is having the front to come on here and go, I'm going to make a ginger cake and I'm going to serve it with clotted cream. It's fluffy, it's moist, it's a gorgeous cake. And he's got the confidence to put it on a plate, and I love him for it.
Hopefully I've achieved what I came here to achieve, which was go on to the next round.
If we talk about John's food today and we think about the conception of it, it's all very good. That beautiful piece of roe deer, roasted so simply and seasoned very well, great. I thought the consistency of the sauce was absolutely brilliant.
Now, you know how much I like my puddings. I'd walk barefoot over coals for a decent cheesecake. And it had Baileys in it, it's got butterscotch, it's got caramel. I mean, John, these are flavours I love, but I didn't love it. The reason I didn't love it is because he hasn't got his palate right.
I've come here to win MasterChef. I haven't come here to do well and do myself proud.
John's put in a huge amount of work in the two professional kitchens. I am really worried about Gary's ability to be able to hold his own in a professional kitchen.
Gary didn't do as well as the others at the start of breakfast. He had a weaker start than the others during the dinner service, but he held his own and he improved. And today he comes on and cooks like that. This is definite improvement bit by bit. The guy is going upwards, John.
Who's going to be? Our quarter-finalist. Is Gary. Congratulations.
Not winning MasterChef doesn't make me a bad cook, and it doesn't affect, in fact, it doesn't affect it at all. I'll still get to where I want to be.
Things haven't turned out as well as I wanted to, but, you know, that's it.
When they call your name out, you know, you just get this great feeling and you're made up.
Gary's place is secure for now, but in the morning he'll be back for the next daunting stage.